Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick Sunday update here before I get ready to head out to Champs Sports Bar in downtown State College for WrestleMania 29. But we have possibly severe weather mania coming up this coming week, and we're going to look here. This is 12Z Wednesday. As I alluded to yesterday, things are a little bit slower in coming around, but I do think that we are still going to see pretty significant severe weather outbreak. There's a couple things I want to show you that are a little less intense, but other things that are really just amazingly impressive with this, and we'll let you see what I'm looking at here. We'll start, of course, here as always as our 60-degree dew point area. There's our 60-degree dew point, and that's the. I remember when I had Greg Forbes for Mezzo Medio at Penn State. He used 56 usually it was as a cutoff. I don't know why he came up with that number, but if it's good enough for Greg Forbes, it's good enough for me. But 60 is a good starting point too. And looking at the pressures, you want to look for something below usually 1,012 millibars, and that's let's see, where are we here? 2016, 2012. This is 2016, right? 2012 right here. And here's our 1008 line in here. So, anything in that area, certainly below 1008, and if you're looking at below 1012 even, in the presence of good dynamics, so pretty much this entire area here is going to be under the gun. And the higher the dew point, the more the fuel, the better the chances. So that's looking at the dew points. We'll look at our low-level jet. Still very impressive. We have this is 925 millibars here, and we're looking at 50+ knots coming into that high dew point air. Go to 850. Again, more of the same 50 to 60, 75 knot jet coming up in here. I mean, this is just an incredible low-level jet feeding in. 500 millibars, still very strong. Now, 300 millibars, now this is the reason I'm thinking it's a little bit slower to develop. Now, we have a couple of jets here, so there could be a couple of separate areas of severe weather. We have one jet up here, kind of up in this area, up in here. We'll draw that in. Up in here, and you can do your quadrants. You can see the divergence here in the right rear quadrant. Pretty evident divergence there. So we could be seeing some thunderstorms developing up in this area. And then here's our second jet down in here. And we might have to wait a little bit for the Southern Plains, Mississippi Valley, for this to come up and wreak havoc down here in that really high dew point air. But I think that will be happening. Let's look here at here's the Cape values. It doesn't look all that impressive, but it's still, hey, this is over 1,000 joules per kilogram of Cape here, in that type of jet and that type of dew point air. That certainly is more than enough to produce some severe weather, and pretty impressive helicity here as well. This is from 0 to 3,000 meters, and we do have some pretty impressive helicity. So certainly tornadoes are going to be a threat, as we've been talking about all week, in that area there. Now here's our 300 millibar jet as we go forward to 0Z on Thursday, Wednesday afternoon. And now you can clearly see, that the Southern Plains, Mississippi Valley is in the right rear quadrant of that jet. And as such, you can see also that you have very, very strong divergence going on in here as well. So that's going to be very impressive, I think, as we head through the day on Wednesday into Wednesday evening, that we will be seeing major severe weather outbreak. Now, this is something I did want to show that's a little bit different today than has been on other days, and that is that the directional shear is not quite as strong as it was when we were looking at it the other day. And here's our 925 millibar. You can see it's pretty much due south. We go up to 850. It's turning a little bit. We go up to 500, and it's turned some more. And here's 300, and it is turning. There is but if you remember the other day when we were looking at this, we were going from, south-southeast at 925 to almost due west, or west-southwest at 300, and that has backed off some. So I'm not saying there's not going to be tornadic activity, because as I showed you on the helicity map it's or the EHI map, the energy helicity index map, it's there is still quite a bit of impressive helicity there. So, that is something that we're going to be watching. One thing I did want to show you here, and let me find that map for you, is the shear between the surface and 500 millibars, and this is the 12Z Wednesday run here. And I mean, these are just incredible numbers of shear coming into this area here. Talking about 70, 80, 90 knots of shear between the surface of 500 millibars. So, this certainly is still shaping up to be a major severe weather outbreak. And I will still go on record as saying that my prediction is that, we're going to have slight risk, probably like that, and probably a moderate risk down in here like this, I think is what we will end up seeing. And I think that will be warranted. So that's the latest update on this system. We'll see as things start to come closer and come together in real time how things are looking. But I still think we're looking at a major severe weather outbreak. I'm meteorologist Jim Rinaldi. That's it for today.